Hello everyone, my name is Ashrafunisa. I take accounts at Ahle Baid Junior College. Today we are going to deal with the topic bookkeeping and accounting. Let me introduce my dear students what is bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is actually the part of accounting. It is concerned with the maintenance of books of accounts. And what is accounting? Automatically the question arises in our mind that if bookkeeping is the part of accounting, so what is actually the accounting is? The actual process of recording systematically. See students, systematically, this word is very important. There is a system in accounting. It should cover rules, regulation, concepts, conventions, rules, regulations, concepts, conventions and principles. All these points are covered, then only it is considered as to be accounting. Bookkeeping is considered only with the recording of data in the books of accounts. But accounting considers with rules, regulations, concepts, conventions and principles. Okay, my dear students. And next comes accountancy. What is accountancy? Students, normally you people get confused with the concept of accounting and accountancy. Understood? Get my point? Accountancy is the systematic knowledge. Accountancy is the systematic knowledge of maintaining books of records and interpreting it, analyzing it, recording it, classifying it and providing the accurate knowledge to the users, to the government, to the employees and to all the interested parties and to all the interested parties. Who may be the interested parties? All these government employees, management, faculties are interested in the books of accounts for the maintenance of profit. Introduction, first part is introduction, second part is accountancy. Now, we are going to deal with what do you mean by distinction? Distinction means the difference. There is difference between bookkeeping and accounting. We shall find out the differences between bookkeeping and accounting. First difference is its scope. Scope of bookkeeping is very narrow. It is only concerned with the records of books of accounts. Okay, my dear student? Bookkeeping is concerned only with the record of business transactions, whereas accounting is considered in a broader way. How? It is not only concerned with the record of business transaction but also arranging it systematically and objective. Students, bookkeeping and accounts are both part of the accountancy only, but there is a much difference between their objective also. What is the objective of bookkeeping? Objective of bookkeeping is to record the transaction, but the objective of accounting is not only the recording of transaction, but accounting sees whether the business is getting losses and what should be done to overcome the losses, and accountancy sees how he is following the rules, regulations. Objective of bookkeeping is to simply record the business transaction in a chronological order, date-wise. Chronological means date-wise. And accounting is analyzing, presenting, classifying, interpreting the result. Scope, objective, now, nature. Like human beings, every human being is different in nature. So, subject matter is also different. Subject matter also differs according to the nature. How bookkeeping is routine and clerical in nature. Routine means date wise, day to day transactions it records. But accounting's nature is different. It not only records but it evaluates the results. It sees the net operations, ascertainment of the profitability, all those things it is mentioned in the nature of accounting. Okay, got my point, my dear student? After nature of accounting there is supervision. Supervision means there is a difference between supervision of accounting and bookkeeping. The work of a bookkeeper is only limited to himself. He can't supervise the accountant, but the accountant has to supervise the work of bookkeeper. He exercises his authority over bookkeeper. Okay, my dear students? Now, after supervision, next comes to staff. Staff in bookkeeping only junior level of staffing is required, where in accounting senior level of staff is considered. Senior level of staff means highly qualified and educated person should be there in accounting, but in bookkeeping simply a junior clerk and simply a lesser educated person can maintain this accounts. Okay, you got my point, students? This is the much difference between bookkeeping and accounting, but both are the parts of accountancy only. Both are the parts of accountancy only. So, clear? Now, students, as we all know that there are some advantages and disadvantages concerning to all the subject, whether this economics is a subject or civics is a subject. Commerce and accounting is also not escaped from advantages and disadvantages. So, let me discuss what are the advantages of accounting. Let us discuss the advantages of accounting. First advantages is reliable. Perfection is there in accountancy. Accounting records are reliable. We can check the records and find out the profits or loss of the any year. Okay. Second point is ascertainment of profitability. It ascertains whether the business is running in profit earning condition or it is incurring losses. Net result of operation means whether the balance sheet is prepaid or not, and assets are mentioned or not, and what are the liabilities, what the debts and credits we have to take and pay, what should be the journal and ledger, everything it is mentioned. Net result of operation, we prepare trial balance for arithmetical accuracy of the operation. Okay. Evidence means proof. It provides the proof for all the accounting activities, all the business activities, all the transaction, and as it is mentioned in the books of accounts, it becomes a proof and helps management means it is very much helpful to the management for maintaining the profits and losses and for maintaining the records and maintaining the day-to-day transactions. For all those things it helps management. Evaluation of Performances means it evaluates the performance of the business, whether it is incurring losses or it is getting profits. All these things it evaluates. Okay. Perfection with regard to concept. Perfect. We get the perfect knowledge for all the activities of the business. Now students, these were the advantages of accounting. Now we are concerned with the disadvantages. So accounting also has some disadvantage. Disadvantage in the sense, see my dear student, disadvantages are there in each nook and corner of the life. Nobody is escaped from the disadvantages. Where the advantages are there, disadvantages are also there. So we are going to deal with the disadvantage. It is first important disadvantage is that it is historical in nature. Historical in nature means it is only about history. It talks about only past tense, and it does not talk about the present situation. All the records in the books of accounts are related to the past only. Okay. So this is the first and biggest disadvantages. And second most important, students, accounting records only monetary transactions. Monetary transaction it records, not the ethical value of the person it records. It records only what the cash is coming and what is going out from the business. How much sale is made, how much purchases are made, but it never records the quality of the management and the good and hard working staff. It does not talk about that. If some strikes are there, some rallies are there, and the time is wasted, lack of time, lack of labor is there, it does not maintain all those records. Only it talks about the monetary transactions, whether cash is coming to the business or not. It talks about only, so it becomes the biggest disadvantage to the accountancy. Now, it is not so realistic in the sense it depends on the accountant. If it complies the nature of the accountant, if the accountant's nature is good, mood is good, if his intention is very clear, then according to that he keeps the books of accounts. He may sometimes it may happen that he may not record the actual performance of the business to avoid tax, for the evasion of the tax. Why? Sometimes he does not record the actual performances of the business, actual profits, actual losses, to avoid the tax. So it is not so realistic. Historical in nature, it records only monetary transaction. It is not so realistic. So my dear students, this is our first class. We have learned about bookkeeping, accounting, accountancy, advantages and disadvantages of accountancy. So we will continue in the next class with our next more important and interesting topic. Till then, take care. Bye.